Chat option. Chat. Options button.
Because
Mute share button.
we need to give people a link.
More button. Finish button. More button. More button. Draggable.
I'm just going to click post.
Text field is editing button.
Hang on.
Yeah. /X album. Post. Cancel button.
So I'm going to be discussing about. I'm very annoyed because part 1 is struggling to upload. It's still uploading, but it's kind of annoying because pre-recorded it yesterday, but I was in kind of a rush, really. So yeah. Anyway, we're not going to do this for long. We're going to do this for about 10-20 minutes. Do a couple of recaps. We're going to give you what NLP is. We're going to do that within these in these few minutes. So this is more of a kind of a less serious, but we're going to skip forward a couple of slides and try next week's episode if we can. Probably do a segue between this one and the next. Who knows?
Chat options. But filters. But chat. Switch camera button. Switch.
I was going to say it'd be nice if front to rear camera. Like the YouTube lords from up above. That we can do that. Oh bugger. I actually had a very just weird thought then. Because my my Bluetooth earbuds that I have there. Yeah. We're using the Nintendo DSi, and we'll be using a package. Oops. A package called Flipnote. Flipnote Studio to be precise. Because we can be precise. So we did slide 1. Slide wood. Verbally stylist. Oops. I won't talk too much on NLP, but I'm going to discuss a bit more of it in episode 7. No, hang on. In episode crumbs. In episode 7, because I've got these episodes. I actually made a little list today. Sorry if I sound a little drunk. I'm not. I've just had a couple of pints, less than what I normally have. But anyway, that's kind of very irrelevant. In fact, it is irrelevant. Right, on this slide, as you see, it's more kind of important on discussing in episode 1, part 1. Sorry, episode 2, part 1, which is still being uploaded. I discussed on how it works in the brain and how the conscious and the subconscious state works. We're also going to be covering this loads more on the 6 stages. I'm just going to write this in the slide, scribble this down. Six stages. All need to know, if you're following this series, from episode 3 onwards, Oscar Duke, he's doing his 6 stages of change course. Now, he is real. He's not imaginary. Oscar Duke, it's called the 6 stages of change, and when he's got up and running, I will link you to him, and refer you to him if I need to refer you to him, if there's anybody in referral. I am doing a workshop, a live workshop from doing it. I'm doing it towards the end of this series, so you don't need to worry about it yet. But I'm, kind of I'll discuss it towards the end, but it's kind of of change is it's gonna be in episode 5. Each of the 6 stages of change, because when we discuss the get rich quick people, when we discuss the cutting the corners, which, but this is going to be 21 episodes. So and in the next few episodes we'll be talking about things like the wheel. We'll be discussing about cutting corners, as I've just discussed. We'll be discussing the risks and why you should, what will happen to your visions. And we've kind of touched on that in the first couple of episodes uploads. We're going to move to slide 3, which is in grave detail, because look at your goals. Now, what I'm going to do is talk on this for a little bit, and then recap will finish, because this is important stuff. You guys need to know. And your goals, usually a lot of people, you get rich quick person will be looking for the furthest goal away. Now, I always talk about these get rich quick people, rich quick episode, but I want you to keep in mind, they're the ones that are all the time. They're the ones that they've got the goal in sight. quite a lot of them have got the goal in sight. I wouldn't say that they don't have a goal. You know, a lot of these people saying, "Oh, get rid of bollocks." I mean, rubbish. Because, sorry, I swore there. Naughty me. But they've got a goal. The goal is money. If money is going to make them happy, it's not going to achieve the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is probably, maybe they should do something else. Maybe they should do something for somebody else. Maybe they should build a community. Maybe they should lean on a community. Maybe they should do something else. But quick people, they have, and I really want to discuss this in NLP videos, because the get rich quick people, I see, they have a goal in sight. They have a plain goal. They know what their goals are. They just haven't. They're just not there yet with these. They're just not. The goals just aren't in sight. I'm gonna look at.
minutes. Chat options. Button.
I think. Hang on.
Live.
What that tells us. Let me see.
Chat options. Button. Chat options. Button. Chat up. Some messages. Such live chat. All messages are visible. Button. Finish. Button. Filters.
I actually got a Facebook message before the video, and it was a question, and it was, how can I, hi Stephen, it was, can you get now on saying, please can you big our event, furniture event? I don't do advertisements in the video. Make it workshop, SIC. Then I would say go to their event. I would say go to their event. They do some fantastic events, and yeah, go to their events. They are some weird phenomena, really. These get rich quick people. They know exactly what they. In fact, I put a message on my YouTube thing saying we'll be discussing in this part of the series. We'll be doing the episode. We'll be doing the ones where we discuss a lot for the get rich thing. The messages over last week on Facebook saying, "Hey, how do you get rich quick? Is it something, how do we get the money?" No, you don't. There's no quick way of getting rich. It depends what how rich you. We'll discuss that in a following episode, and I have kept all of that message. So making sure, because it's a live stream, I'm trying to keep it impossible, and my live stream is kind of going wonky. Oh shit. This never happened in the live stream. Oh right, I'm gonna have to write the whole presentation out next time I do this for when it charges, because right.
Switch camera.
This is just to prove it's live. Okay, so I want to talk. What their existence is. Maybe you could. And yeah, so because okay, I want to talk about your goals first of all. What sometime it might be you want to make a. It might be you want to start a record label. Why do you want to start that record label? What's the the goal to start a record label for you? If so, you're doing a great job, and you should carry on doing that great job. I mean, we should all look at we should all look at the goals. We should all our targets. And goals should be broken down. It shouldn't be the get rich quick person. Still discuss this. And I'm gonna go over it again and again and again. The get rich quick person has got a goal. I know somebody who's had goals and never achieved them. I'm not going to mention him on this YouTube thing because it's just. But he had a goal. He just never achieved it. Trying to go for the furthest goal. It's like there's a great story about the people in Georgetown. They were slaves on this island. Georgetown, near Gambia. Island near Gambia. And they told for them to escape, they could swim over the river and get to the nearest pole, and they would be promised greatest freedom. And a lot of them, none of them got to the pole. Now, the reason I'm using this story is because that is what we do. Our goalposts are always the furthest away. We can never reach to them, and sometimes we drown before we even get. We don't follow our vision. We have when obviously the first part of this episode does upload, you'll hear me talking about imagining the vision as the path grows. You can see the grass growing and the vision getting murkier. Followed it well, or you've seen the vision, but you just haven't. I don't know. You just haven't followed it, and you need to follow it. And
Facebook, hit on your post.
hello, Susan. Having a great holiday. But great to keep this interactive, isn't it? I'm using voiceover because I'm visually impaired, folks. But you know, I'm gonna like discuss now on, you know, like as the first episode. If you can cast your mind back, I spoke about believing in your vision, following in it, but you have to believe in your purpose. It's what makes the vision grow. Now, I don't really want to talk about what I think people should be doing, because that's not good training. And if we're doing this as an NLP thing, NLP coaching, I don't think the best thing to me say, oh, well, I think that's what I do as my day-to-day job, project management. And I will be doing videos and saying when I do the Fridays live stream, I just live stream on a Friday. I just go ahead and live stream to put stuff out and live stream behind the scenes stuff. And I'm showing off my office. I'm showing off what we can do. But I'm showing what we can do, and I'm helping people build communities, and I'm helping through YouTube now, through the YouTube creators. We're doing that. But when we're doing this, when we're doing the Driving Your Vision series, because we're doing it in the NLP format, who am I? Because I don't know what your vision is. I don't know what your goals are. I don't know nothing about those. But what I do know is these are the tools that are going to help you. And you know, we spoke about action in the first episode. That's something else in every single episode. In the Get Rich Quick episode. In fact, in the Get Rich Quick episode, I'm going to have a bit of a rant about psychiatrists, so the mental stuff, but they'll be mostly my thoughts. I want to, you know, if I'm teaching you as people, and I'm not a great teacher to be frank honest, when I know my NLP and I know a little bit of it, I don't know all of it, but when I know what I read, and the great writers, the great people invented this new great way, and this new way of believing, right? I spoke of belief, and I spoke of it in. I didn't speak of it very much in the first episode, and I really think not only should you believe in your vision, but you should believe. should believe in your vision and you should believe in your goals. If you don't think you can achieve one goal, the next goal. If you don't think you can achieve that goal, go to the next goal. Keep goals down. Generation. I'm always going to use this as it's a great example. But I went a place in Liverpool, ugly. And they're not sponsoring me or anything, but they're great. And I'm going to talk about them in further vlogs, and especially in a lot of behind the scenes videos. When I went there, when I went to that driving, I met this guy, I've forgotten his name now. But when we sat down and we spoke, and he spoke to me, as if I had my vision in his hands. He was holding it in his hand. Because when we left and we spoke what I needed, I knew what that was. Now, I was already doing generation. But it was like little targets. What do I need to do? If no one gets, then they're challenging. They're not facing the challenge, or they're blinded from their challenges. So, I had a friend, and he had was a record shop. His goals weren't just the record shop. He had other things he wanted to do. But he was to try to achieve his main goal. Do this, and I'm going to discuss that in the Get Rich Quick episode, which will be coming soon in the series. But what I want to talk about mostly importantly is why do we want to do things the quick way? It's because of society today, because of society we live in, the social media, the smartphones, the way people. I mean, it's this live stream. I don't really Facebook that pings straight in while they're not even watching the live stream, because they might watch it later on and they might go, "Oh yeah, he said hello to me. That's cool." Or if there's a message that came in earlier on, I will use that in the live stream because I find that really, really important. So these are the things, and okay, I'm a live stream is a live stream. It's not really things irrelevant in the live stream, right? If you were in a shop and you were selling stuff, and people come in, and you're doing this talk, by the way, in the shop, and it's happened many times, and you get an old man that comes in and talk about, you might be doing something really busy and important, and do the with these YouTube live streams, really busy talking about NLP, but when someone comes up, really interactive, and the more interactive this live stream becomes, the better this live stream is, and the better I walk away from it. But that's a little bit of dopamine. Okay, and we have that. People want to come back to these kind of little things. I want to give you some tools today. Who are watching this, or those who will be watching later. I want to give you some tools. Okay, which I wanted to give you earlier. Right. What could you right? What could you not do today? And it has to be thing. If it's not challenging, you have to make it challenging. Otherwise, you might as well move right near to the goalpost. But what the goal and how big is it? One of our goals was to make offices for everybody. It never happened. But now we can do that. With mind more. In actual fact, I will talk you through with what we do and you could do what we do. And I'm doing I'm running a workshop this, I think it is just a behind the scenes stuff, but I'm actually on Saturday evening on how you could do what we and what I do behind the scenes. Those are real important things. I mean, obviously in the office, I can't. It's going to be hard for me to do a lot of YouTube stuff because I'm going to be constantly on the phone. I'm going to be constantly typing stuff up. I'm going to be constantly. But I want you to take some tools. First of all, I want you to, before you go away from here and before you do what I tell you to do, I need you to get a list.
Go to bed by 11 p.m. to get a full 8 hours of sleep.
Give me a minute. For a second. Right? And I want you, just before you write this list, I want you to think about Alan Sugar. He spent years doing what he did to get to where he is now. I also want you to think about Richard Branson. Richard Branson started small, worked big, but then he found a way, he found a corner that he could cut. So there's two examples. So back to this video, I want you to write a list of things now. And I want you to write aims, purposes, goals, objectives, and targets. And by them, it could be anything. These goals could be literally anything you want to achieve. It could be you're running a blooming nail salon or a cake store, and you could be wanting to sell cakes within the next 10 days, something. Your purpose is to make them cakes. Your purpose is to also get an audience. Your purpose is to also know how to hold the audience in the palm of your hand. The first question is, which is the most challenging goal? Which is the one that will take you years to do? Which is the one that will that things will be in your way as you do that? And then which targets can you achieve? Which is the biggest goal? In fact, I actually know there are companies that we're creating websites for, and it's like, oh yeah, we'll do it in 6 weeks. Well, with the short staff, it's so hard to do, and we have to break these projects down. There's also somebody else I'm helping out, and they've got a real good vision in mind. So I want you to write this list, and I want you to treat this list as a key. Okay? Now, when I mean key, I mean, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, this is like a map. But for those who don't want to do that, I want you to treat this list as a shopping list. Okay? But for the rest of you, for those who want to do it, you need to draw a map of where you think this goal is going to take you. The map might be, if you are, for instance, for me, the map started at, the goal was to create a nightclub. The map started for me was, how was I going to do that? And how was I going to go on this journey? What was I going to do? What were my aims? Who was I going to turn to? Okay, so you need to think, who you going to turn? What organizations are out there? What could you do? Who could you market? And social media is a great thing. I think you should put social media on your little map. And then you should put it in the marketing section. How marketing yourself or something like that. I'd also put growth on your list. How you grow yourself. But these are just little things. And then so when you've done your map, and this map needs to have a lot of thought into it, right? Once you've done your map, right? Because your map and your list are really important. You'll see your purpose. Your purpose is your starting point on the map. Why you are doing this. Because I want to talk quite deep now, folks. This is the bit where we need to kind of get a little deep into the NLP. Are you at the moment happy in your life? Some people aren't happy. Some people are poor. Some people are, and I mean, they could have millions of pounds sitting in the bank. They could have millions of pounds sitting in their wallet. But then again, they might as well be broke. They might as well have that empty wallet, that empty bank account. It's going to make no difference. Okay. And this is what NLP does. It gets you looking at stuff. Right? Because we always read about the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. These get-rich-quick people are actually poor. And they think they know every trick in the book. But they're not actually satisfied. And I want to talk about that in the episode in a bit more depth. But the reason I'm discussing this is because the goal they see is blurry. They've blurred their visions. The only thing that's visible is their purpose, but they might as well throw that away, because that's not going to become visible to them either anymore. And they might as well change the purpose, because they're not going to see the purpose, they're not going to see their aims, they're not going to see their objectives, they're not going to see anything. Because there's sometimes we spend the money of happiness. We spend that. And we do throw it a bit away, if you guess. So money becomes nothing. And it's the point where, what do we want? It's the point where love, lust, whatever, greed, whatever, we don't even want that in the end. As human beings, we want that, but in actual fact, we don't want it. Because it hurts us. It does hurt us. Deep inside, it hurts us. You might have a great vision. You might think, well, tomorrow I am gonna do NLP as a business. And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of therapists that have turned to NLP because that vision was clearer. There's people that have become Christians because they believe in it. Didn't believe in it before, but they believe in it now. There's people that have, it might be something difficult. Something difficult. Now, of course, what I was going to do was quite difficult at first, but then became easy now. Because the idea was a lot better and it was more clear. The ideas also don't necessarily need to be clear, but the purpose needs to be clear. The idea could get as blurry as it wants. The idea could make you more powerful. And I want to leave you with a really great tool. Okay? And the tool is where's the tool now? Had it. The tool that I wanted to use is obviously you've got your list, you've got your map. The tool I want people to use today these tools that I want people to take is I want people to go back to the first video, the very first episode. There was some powerful stuff in that video. Because without the first video and without these videos, you're never going to be able to move on. And also, these are live streams, but you can watch them over again. And people are going to go back. And even me, myself, I have to go back on these videos. And the one thing that I talked on was belief. A lot of people don't have belief. Maybe the first thing you need to do is something simple. Meditation. Now, you can do some simple meditation, but before you go to bed, I'm going to do this tonight. You go to bed, you have a lot of crap on your mind. It's just something that you have a lot of crap on your mind. So the first thing to do is to see, it's my vision at the back of my mind. Is it on the ceiling? Is it speaking to me? Is the next day, what am I going to do? The thing that's going to motivate you is thinking, right, tomorrow I will do this thing. Tomorrow I will phone such a person, or I will email such a person. Excuse me, or I will research this product or thing, whatever I'm going to do. So, to be motivation, And tell yourself, even if it's going to be a crap day, the worst thing is, the thing is to tell yourself you are going to be productive. Tell yourself, oh, this day is going to be productive. The day becomes more productive when you tell yourself you're going to be productive. And say, I'm going to follow this vision. This vision. You can look at your list and think, wow, I've got this great list here. I'm going to do the first thing on my list is look at my aims. Probably might make a list of your aims, I don't know. But then you might think, I've got something here. I want to change what I do. What if you don't love what you do anymore? You can change it. You could change it. And it's going to make things more better for you. And I also want to give you one more tool. Very important tool. And it's faith. And this, ladies and gentlemen, can be a very powerful tool. This could be like a sharp knife. This could be like a really sharp saw. And we need to know how to use this. Now, faith can be, believing in something like the religion or whatever. But faith in yourself, faith in what you are doing, faith in, are you really worshipping those goals, those targets? Are you up in the morning thinking, this is going to be the most amazing day of my life? I'm going to go to that record shop tomorrow. I keep using that example. But the person that I knew that had this record shop, he never once thought, I've got a great record shop here. In the end, he didn't want to do it anymore. There's other people with record shops. But, if I had a record shop, it'd be, oh, I'm going to do this record shop tomorrow. I'm going to go there. I'm going to sell records. Wow. Amazing. Okay. And it'd be like the first thing I do is, oh, wow. Tomorrow, I'm going to go and buy a crate of records. And to be excited, knowing that you're going to buy a brand new crate of records tomorrow, maybe the brand new trance collection. You'll be getting that record that your mates after something. Okay. They can't get it on iTunes, but you know that they were asking for it, and it's in the shop next week. And there's a load of acapellas coming in as well. So this is a thing, right? Excitement. Knowing, but having that faith in motivation is something. And that is the final tool. And I want you to go away believing in your ideas. My name is Stephen Ball. Mine is the pretend web design company that I have. I'm doing these videos because I was requested to do them, and I'm trying to help people out by driving the visions. And if you want to keep in with this series, don't forget to click the like, the share, click the bell button if you want to be notified by any more of these videos, anything else that I do on the channel. Check all the other content that I have on this channel, and feel free to comment if you wish or whatever. But yeah, good night, guys. I'm off to bed.
Finish. Button. Finish. Alert. Are you sure that you want to stop streaming? Heading. Are you sure that you want...